What is going on, you guys? This is the Q-Bone here. I am wearing teal and black like a Duval cat, as I always do, because I'm here to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I'm giving you guys in this video my prediction for this upcoming wild card weekend matchup between the 5th seed Los Angeles Chargers and the 4th seed Jacksonville Jaguars. This game will be on Saturday night, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. And out of all the matchups this weekend for the wild card round, I think this game is probably the one where it's very close between picking the two teams of who's possibly going to win. You know, it's easy to choose one team and it's easy to choose the other team for very similar reasons. For example, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, both of them great, young, up-and-coming quarterbacks. Both teams have great weapons at their disposal on offense, whether it is Austin Eckler for the LA Chargers, who led the league in receptions by a running back this year with over 100, which was a career best for him. And they also have Keenan Allen, Joshua Palmer. I'm assuming that Mike Williams will play in this game. Mike Williams did have an injury in their last game of the season. I don't understand why Brandon Staley was playing his starters at that point, but regardless, I personally believe that Mike Williams is going to play in this game. So that's another great weapon for the Chargers at their disposal. Jacksonville also has a bunch of great weapons on offense as well. They have Travis Etienne, who had over 1,000 yards rushing and 300 yards receiving. He's also a really good dual threat running back. Christian Kirk had over 1,000 yards receiving in his first career, in his first time in his career, he had over 1,000 yards receiving, and he had a career year in receptions and receiving touchdowns. Zay Jones had a career year. Evan Ingram had a career year. All those three guys that I just mentioned, where it was their first time in Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. Jamal Agnew, a great guy who is more or less a great player on special teams, but when they kick the football off to Jamal Agnew on kickoffs and punt returns, Jamal Agnew puts the fear of God in the opposing team. He's that good. But switching now over to the defense, both teams have some really good playmakers and great defensive stars at their disposal. Obviously, for the LA Chargers, they have guys like Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, and Derwin James. The last two players who I mentioned are going to the, I don't know what they call it now, the Pro Bowl games, I guess is what they're calling it. They were Pro Bowl players this year, as what I'll leave it at. And then for Jacksonville defensively, they have some good playmakers as well on defense. Josh Allen has been playing a lot better as of recent. Foye Oluokun, for the second consecutive year, even though this is his first year in Jacksonville, leads the league in tackles. Something interesting to point out about Jacksonville's defense, though, is that they actually lead the league in passes defensed with 95. A lot of that has to do with Tyson Campbell, who was Pro Bowl snubbed, I might add. That Darius Williams, who's also been really good, especially since they moved him from the slot to the outside. He's been excellent. Andre Cisco, great second-year player. He's been making a lot of plays. And Rayshawn Jenkins, the key MVP defensively for this season. He makes so many plays, forces so many fumbles, interceptions, all that stuff. He's the reason that they won that game against the Tennessee Titans and are in this situation right now, hosting a playoff game. And in terms of who I think now is going to win, as you can clearly see, both teams very evenly balanced roster-wise. I think what's going to tip the scale over to one side over the other, though, is going to be coaching. And because of that, I have a lot of praise, and I gush about how good Doug Peterson has been as a head coach here in Jacksonville. I think he should be in the running for Coach of the Year. Brandon Staley, a lot of people like to really criticize him. I think he's just okay as a head coach. He does make a bunch of bonehead decisions, but I mean, all in all, like, this is his first, only his second year with the team, and he still made the playoffs. So, you know, credit has to go to somewhere. They still managed to get to the playoffs with Brandon Staley as their head coach. But Brandon Staley has never been a head coach in the postseason where Doug Peterson has, and he has gone to a Super Bowl and won said Super Bowl. And because of that playoff experience, I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars, big shock, in this game over the LA Chargers. I won't say it's going to be like a score of 24-20. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to what it was in week 3 when these two teams played each other. If you don't remember, it was like a 38-10. Jacksonville just took off in the beginning, and it was like not even close. Like, the Chargers didn't have an absolute chance in hell in that game to win. But keep in mind, in that game, the Chargers were very much injured going into that game. You know, Justin Herbert wasn't 100% healthy. Keenan Allen was not available. Rashawn Slater and Joey Bosa went down with injuries in that game. So that was in the past. I think this game is going to be a lot closer. It'll still be the same result, I think. I still think Jacksonville's going to win, but I think it'll be a lot more entertaining, a lot more tightly contested. I think there'll be plays made by both teams on both sides of the football. It should be a fun game to watch. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if the Chargers win this game. They are a very balanced team as well, offensively and defensively. And they, outside of the last game of the season, they have also been a team that has been winning consecutive games and have a bunch of momentum going into the postseason. So with that being said, folks, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I know someone's going to be in the comments section. You know who I'm talking about. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Jags.